here cooking dinner, and I just wanted to like give y'all some tips that I learned while I was married. As some of y'all know, I'm going through a divorce. I just want to debunk some stuff and just talk about some things that I learned while I was married. First things first, ladies, being able to cook does not keep a nigga. Therefore, ladies, feed that nigga's Lunchable. Give that nigga a Lunchable. Don't learn how to cook, sis. Fuck that nigga. Cause I'm telling you, I cook this nigga 3 square meals a day. If a nigga don't want to be kept, he don't want to be kept, honey. It doesn't matter what you do. Okay? Good, bad, ugly. I'm about to spill it all. So, I married Malcolm. Me and Malcolm got married last May 31st, 2019. We got married for two very different reasons. As I know now, I didn't know then, but I do not regret anything, you know. I don't, regret dating him these last few years and, getting married and stuff like that, because I wouldn't have my beautiful, awesome, cute son. He's my world, honestly, and I don't regret it. What I do regret is spreading myself really, really thin and focusing solely on being a wife to somebody who wasn't being a husband. And for those that's watching, that knows him, that's family, whatever, this is my channel. And if you got a problem with it, you can leave. But I'm not bashing him or nothing like that. But that's just my, my regret. And this is how I'm healing, I am a single mom. I'm a single mom. Right now, I'm transitioning out the Army, but probably when I put this video up, I would have been out the Army, and we should be back home, because I don't plan on talking about this until this is well over with. Right now, we're in the first stages of going to children's court or whatever, so our divorce is uncontested. We both decided like the things that we wanted, got it written up, and then had the lawyer, whatever. So we didn't have to go to like a custody thing. We were married in Virginia. We got married in Virginia, but we got our divorce in Hawaii. Go figure. They say like everybody comes here to get married and shit and whatever, paradise, whatever. So we got a divorce in Hawaii. So in Virginia, you have to be separated for a year, but in Hawaii, you don't have to be separated. There's no separation time, and it only takes 6 weeks normally if you had no children. But since we do have a child, we have to attend a parenting class just to make sure that we're co-parenting healthy, like in a healthy manner and whatever. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm at my lowest emotionally, just because it's a failed marriage, and I really did get married with the belief that we were gonna make it. But one thing that I have learned, number two, I think I've spoken already, but you can't make it work. It doesn't matter how much you want to make it work if the other person is not trying. And when I say not trying, I mean continuously being manipulative, using like, sex, or this is not my situation specifically. I'm just saying like in general. If somebody is telling you that they're going to change and they don't, that is a form of manipulation, like period. They're trying to get you to basically like shut up for the moment, or it could be, they are trying to change but they just don't know how to. But I'm saying, like, if there's no active change, nothing, things are staying the same, they're still lying, still cheating, still whatever, it's manipulation. And at some point, ladies, you have children, your baby daddy, this is not just applying to marriage. This is all around. Like, I don't care what that person is to you. If you are not growing with them, or if they are not adding to you, if they are not bringing joy into your life, leave. That is the hardest thing that has been for me. Like, it took me losing respect for myself, which is crazy crazy because anybody that knows me knows I'm like such a self-aware person. But when I started to realize that, yeah, I was trying to stay around, for my son, but if I'm not happy, his dad isn't happy, we're not happy together, it's unhealthy for the baby. And just because you're with your child's father or your child's mother, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what's best for the child. And I'm learning that because I didn't grow up in a two-parent home. My mom was a single mom, and she did the best that she could. But I'm not gonna lie, for a long time I resented her because I felt like her and my dad could have worked it out because I saw them growing individually, and I just couldn't understand like why they couldn't work it out, why we had to go through certain things. But truthfully, sometimes people don't realize what they have until it's gone. You can't grow, until you realize sometimes what you don't have. And I've been on each side of the spectrum. I've been unappreciated, and I've also been the person that does not appreciate somebody. And now being on the end of it, of somebody that is not being appreciated, it definitely sucks. It definitely sucks. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm being very honest. It's been a hard pill for me to swallow, the fact that, like, I feel like I put so much into this marriage, like praying and fasting and going without and whatever, and at one point I used to look at it like, oh, I got nowhere, like being a good wife, not cheating, even though I'm supposed to cheat, but doing those things, depriving myself of certain things, got me nowhere. I still ended up divorced. I still ended up, alone, but I'm not alone, and sometimes you need that. I wouldn't recommend anybody, like sticking around until you lose self-respect, but it's true. Like, only you know when you've had enough. Only, like, the best advice my dad gave me was, I can talk to him about stuff all day long, but only I know my breaking point. Only you know your breaking point. Only you know what you're not going to put up with. Some people can take somebody back after they cheat, like that might not be their breaking point because they feel like people can change. But other people, cheating is a deal breaker. Once you violate that trust, that's it. But other people, theirs is disrespect. Once you disrespect them, they don't care if you cheated on them, still by them or whatever. As soon as you disrespect them, that's it. Some people are really heavy on respect. So, it's just all about knowing yourself and really understanding who you are as a person, who you are as a woman, who you are as a man, who you want to be as, a parent, a lover, a friend. And I truly believe you cannot be in a successful relationship until you understand your needs. Understanding your needs is huge. And that's one thing that I learned from my marriage. Understanding that I have different needs, and sometimes my needs need to be met differently. Understanding that you cannot find your happiness, your sole source of happiness, in one person. It should start with yourself. Self-love is truly the best love. Like, how can you expect somebody else to love you when you don't even know how to love yourself? And for a long time, I did not know how to love myself. In turn, I let a lot of shit slide. Truthfully, those close to me know I let a lot of shit slide that I was at my breaking point, but because I did not love myself, I could not love myself through those situations, and I stayed a lot longer than I should have, truthfully. But like I said, I'll never bash him, to my son, to anybody or anything, This relationship has been a huge lesson to me, a huge testament to my strength, to myself, the type of woman that I am. Because a lot of shit I didn't think I could endure, and I didn't think I would ever have to put up with. And I'm telling you, another nugget, women that be going through stuff or that see other women going through things or other men going through things, don't you ever say never would you ever, because I used to be one of those people, and God has a funny way of humbling you, so I would chill the fuck out with that shit, because I was the queen of saying that, oh, I never da 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 da. And a lot of things that I said I never do, you don't know what that person is going through. You don't, truthfully. You don't know what that person is going through. And who are you to judge? You know? Who are you to judge somebody else's situation? So, be careful, because honestly, the power of life and death is in the tongue. You be the first person to say, oh, you know, I want a person that's, I want a nigga that's gonna control me. I want a nigga that's gonna, not control me, excuse me, that's not the right word. What do these females be saying? Oh, I want a nigga that's crazy. God give you a nigga that's crazy, he start whooping your ass. Then what? He crazy as hell about you and to you. Watch the things that you say. And that's another thing that I've learned, to manifest the things that I want and not, you know, the things that I don't want. We so heavily speak on the negative and not enough on the positive, you know. And that's one thing that I'm learning in my day-to-day life, that just the way that you speak those negative things, you need to speak those positive things. Waking up every morning, affirmations have become a big part of my day. Speaking over my son, you know, praying over my son and praying over myself the way that I want to be prayed over. You know, that's a big thing for me that I'm learning, that I didn't know about myself, is that I want somebody that is spiritually yoked with me. Like, we're on the same level spiritually, and if not on the same level spiritually, either they're above me or they want to be on the same level as me or higher, you know. And I'm not talking about just like some, oh, you know, go to church and, no, I mean have a real relationship with God. That is extremely important to me. And a lot of times we settle. And I'm learning that I don't have to, and I'm not anymore. I'm not. Because, truthfully, I think I need to be in there a little bit longer. Truthfully, I really feel like there is someone for everyone. And just because, you know, a relationship didn't work with one person or whatever, they just might not be the person for you. And at one point, you know, I was like really beating myself down because my marriage didn't work. But when you're not equally yoked or not matched properly, you know, they may have certain qualities, but, you know, compromising at the beginning, you know, you let a lot of things slide, and you can't expect certain things to change. And that's another thing, ladies, another gem. What happens when you're dating is what's gonna happen when you're married. If that nigga is a cheater when you guys, this is just my experience. This is what I've learned. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I know everything, but I'm telling you from my experience, this is what I've experienced. If that nigga's a liar, cheater, a scammer, when you guys are in a relationship, he's gonna be a liar, cheater, scammer in your marriage. Now, some people do change, you know. But I think that's why it's very important to date first. Date. And when I say date, I mean there are different stages of dating. You have living together. You have the honeymoon phase. I truly believe that you are not supposed to marry somebody until you have seen them in every aspect, or pretty much like their highest, you know, when they're at the top of their career. Everything is going great. They're getting blessings on top of blessings. And when they're at their lowest, when they ain't got two pennies to rub together, when they got, you know, not everybody's low is different, but I really believe until you see somebody at their lowest, you will not truly know a person. And that is truthfully I'm gonna be very candid. That is why my relationship failed, because I didn't see them at every stage. And when I did see them at every stage, I didn't believe what I was seeing. Another gem, ladies. I'm over here just dropping gems, frying chicken, okay? Stop fucking staying with niggas because of potential. Baby, that's a whole nother video. Potential? There's one thing to have potential, and then there's another thing on acting on your potential. I got the potential to be a damn astronaut, but if I don't study and all of that other stuff, I ain't gonna be no damn astronaut. I got the potential to be the president of the United States, but if I don't go into politics, I'm not 45 years old and all that other stuff, I'm not gonna be it. A lot of people stay with niggas because of potential. You think, oh my God, he has the potential to do this or do that. Believe what somebody is showing you. I don't give a fuck if you think that nigga has the potential to be the best husband, chef. If they are not applying themselves, or if they are not applying pressure to you, you know what I mean? Or to you guys' relationship, if red flags are popping up over and over, they're inconsistent. Oh, but he has the potential to be consistent. He's consistent sometimes. Baby, if he wanted to do it, he would do it. It ain't no way around it. If he wanted to do it, he would do it. You don't gotta bribe him. You don't gotta bribe her. You don't gotta... It's nothing that you're doing. I mean, it might be. But if they want to apply pressure, they're going to. Because I've seen it. And I know it. And for a long time, it was hard for me to understand that concept. And that's why I stuck around a lot longer than I should have. Because of potential. A cucumber has the potential to be two things. A dildo and a pickle. It's just about how it's applied. Truthfully, I'm being real. I'm being very real right now. Yeah. That's just, I'm not gonna lie. This process has been really hard for me to accept. I've gone through different stages of this, like denial, trying to work it out. But if somebody is telling you over and over and showing you over and over that they're not going to change, you have to love you more. And that's just where I'm at in my life. I'm so focused on, raising my son, walking into this new chapter of my life. I'm really optimistic. I can honestly say that, I tried everything I could to keep my marriage together. I really did. I offered to go to counseling, I had a really bad problem with my anger. I checked that shit at the door because there are things, I thought he was crying. There are things that I'm not going to tolerate. And at the end of the day, that crazy shit is not cute. It's not. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I was perfect my entire relationship. But when I did realize that I was wrong, I changed those things. But, like I said, you have to love yourself more. You have to love yourself enough to know when it's time to leave. And also, you have to just stop believing in people's potential. That's what I learned. Potential and potatoes. I don't know. Whatever. But, yeah. I'm very optimistic. Me and Julian, like I said, I won't upload this video until we're back in Virginia or wherever we're going. I'm getting out of the Army. I plan on getting a contracting job or whatever, something good. I'm trusting God in this process to make a way. I've done a lot of things in the Army, met a lot of spectacular people, but it's time for me to move on. I feel like I've outgrown this. This year for me has been such a year for growth, and it's crazy because That's one of the things that I put in my New Year's resolution, like to grow in every aspect of my life. And no, I didn't think I would be getting out the Army, but I haven't been happy in a long time. Lord, Julian, I haven't been happy in a long time, and my son is my main priority. And the Army, I just don't feel like I can be the type of mother that I want to be. I want to be very present, and it's very scary to me that at any moment, you know, I can't be selfish anymore. Like being in the Army for me, I was very selfish. You know, I can just pick up and leave and do what I want. But I have a baby now, and yeah, honey bunny, I show the people I would do anything for him, anything. And I think it's very important for me to be present in his life. Yeah, so I need something a little bit more normal. Say hey, baby. Hey, baby, you say hi. He like, girl, back up. But, yo, Zoe, you want to say hey? Hey, mama. Yeah. But, I'm about to wrap this video up. Once again, like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever you want to do. Drop some gems below. Tell me some things that y'all learned. It don't have to just be married. You ain't been married. Oh, well, tell me some stuff that you learned, you know, in your relationships. I want to hear it, you know. You can help somebody else out, you know. Share your experiences below. Follow us on all social media platforms. And thank y'all for watching this video.